feel like it's time for me to talk about Multiversus, right? I think I'm at a good point to where I could talk about how I feel about this game. You know what I'm saying? With everything about this game, of what's came out ever since it came out, and just overall. All right, I'm gonna talk about my overall opinion, the things that I like about Multiversus, the things that I dislike about this Multiversus. I'm gonna just go on in. All right, let's start off with the main menu. I'm going in. I didn't record no script or anything like that. I'm just going in first thing, but I'm gonna make sure I view through everything. But first glance of when you load into Multiversus is the UI. Okay, so for one, we can see that the UI it looks like Fortnite. All right, I'm pretty sure everybody knows that. You know, the UI looks like Fortnite. This doesn't really bother me, honestly. UIs in video games don't really bother me unless it just looks so fucking weird. Like, this doesn't really look weird to me. You know, you get to see that you can invite a friend, you can see your friend behind you in the lobby. You know, you got your play, you get to see your game modes, 2v2, 1v1 free-for-all, stuff like that. You got your rank, which we got rank now. You know, change fighter, and then you got this little clothesline to where you can change costumes instead of going to the fighters. And then you got the rifts, which is the PvE mode, which you know, I'm gonna get into all of that. You can see your challenges, you can see the news, and then you got the stuff up here, these icons, and the currency. Now, let's talk about, I'm gonna say, the currency first. Okay, I don't think I like how the currency is for this game. I think the way how they did the currency for this game is, I feel like they were extra. I feel like they did too much, right? Of course, we've always had Gleamium, but in the beta version, we had like coins, right? We had coins, and I thought it was cool because you use your coins for if you want to buy a character, if you want to buy a fighter, if you want to buy, I think there were a few skins when the store finally came out, but there was you could buy, I think, like a few skins, or maybe it was Toast, it was something, but there was some stuff that you could buy in the store for some coins. Perks, you know, did you buy perks with coin? No, I think you did. Point is, we only had two currency systems. We had coins and we had Gleamium, and I felt like that was perfect. Getting coins in Multiversus was pretty easy and everything like that. It wasn't like too easy. Like, you would get like this amount of coins, but like the games would go by so fast and everything like that, to the point to where it didn't feel so long to get coins to purchase whatever you would want to purchase, right? I felt like that was pretty cool, and I like that. And then you got your other premium currency which costs actual money, is your Gleamium, which, you know, I mean, it's a free to play game. So, you know, this, you know, if you want to get this crazy skin or whatever like that, you know, you got to get this Gleamium, and you're gonna have to purchase it like this, boom boom boom. And I thought that was cool. Not only that though, I don't remember how easy it was to get Gleamium in the beta version, but it is pretty easy to get Gleamium in this version. I can't admit that I kind of do like that, even if it's a free-to-play game. I mean, that's not even bad though, right? That's not even bad. Like, I haven't purchased Gleamium in a while, and I have bought the battle pass, and I'm already at 800, which is pretty crazy. Because you earn Gleamium. Sometimes you could get Gleamium from from the daily deals that usually be happening. You get it from leveling up a character to a certain level. You could get it from the free battle pass. Like, there's many ways you could get Gleamium without having to actually purchase it. So, you know, in a way, you kind of can save some money to buy some stuff in the store that you may want to get. Plus, with the mini deals that be happening, I think that's pretty cool too. But for there to be an extra currency for buying perks and fighters, I feel like it's stupid. I was like, why not just keep the coin system? Keep the coin system how y'all had it, and boom. I feel like that would have been cool. So that's my thought about the currency. I feel like they should have just kept the coins and the Gleamium, which isn't a problem really. I feel like Gleamium in this game might be a bit better, but I don't remember too much of the beta having problems. But I just know that, you know, I like it better. And then of course, you know, if you wanted to buy a character and you didn't have enough coins, you could spend Gleamium if you wanted to, I believe. But I mean, there's no really point of doing that, honestly, because like, you would earn coins so easily anyways. And the problem that happened with Multiversus when it first dropped was with some people who didn't really have all the characters, right? And, you know, they only had some characters unlocked, and a lot of characters that they didn't unlock. Earning the fighter currency apparently took so long to get, to where it actually took them a while to like get the fighter that they wanted to get. I can't say how I feel about that because I don't know. I haven't experienced that because I've been had every character when I played the beta, so it wasn't a problem for me. But for the reviews and stuff that I kept seeing about that, I was like, oh, okay, so this looks bad. So, you know, that's a flaw right there. I'm not sure if that issue is still happening, but if it is, damn, that is fucking crazy. The fighter UI is a lot better than what we had before. They had 3D render models, right? And they looked ugly. I think everybody can admit that the 3D render models that we had for this game were ugly. They were atrocious. And I remember around when that happened, somebody on Twitter was like, yo, I fixed it, and it made like 2D renders for like every character, and it looks so much better, to the point I was like, I wish I could mod this in. Probably could have, but I didn't. And if I did mod it, I don't know if I got in trouble or not. But I mean, either way, I'm glad that they made the decision to go from 3D to 2D render models, because again, that shit was ugly, and I hope they never do that again. Because it was just terrible. All right, and again, I'm not somebody who's like really picky with UI and shit like that, but even I can admit that was ugly as hell. So yeah, and then with, you know, rank coming out, you know, everybody, that was another thing too. Actually, let me get into that. When the game first came out and everything like that, you know, everybody saw how, you know, there's ranked, but ranked wasn't us, say coming soon. And I can admit that I don't blame people for being like, wait, so why the fuck did this game come back after all this time just to not have ranked, just to not have this, and this? And I can admit, because when Multiversus dropped, it was bad, okay? We had many bugs. There were many things that weren't available. There were many things that were very glitchy and everything, with some of the fighters that were being broken and everything like that. It's like, yo, y'all said, hey, we gonna shut this game down. We gonna give this game some time to we gonna better this game. We gonna shut this game down. We're gonna shut this game down so that way we have time to better this game and make sure that you guys can actually enjoy the game to its fullest potential. But when the game comes back, I still feel like it's far from its fullest potential. The beta version of Multiversus, the two main key points of the beta version of Multiversus that made the game stick out and that made a lot of people play it was for how fast and how creative it was. That is it. And the reason I'm saying that is it, because for one, that's the main thing that stuck out. And two, that's the main thing that pretty much everybody is saying, right? That's pretty much the main thing everybody's saying. The beta version was faster. The beta version was more creative with its combos. That's literally the main thing. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing to say, because I mean, again, it's true. But what I'm going to say, right? The beta version of Multiversus, for how fast it was, felt a bit too much. Okay? Felt my brain was about to explode. Like, if I wasn't actually like focusing and stuff like that. Like, I was able to adapt pretty easily with the speed and stuff like that, and the way how I wanted to be creative with my combos, stuff like that. I was able to do all that shit. But I ain't gonna lie, as time kept passing and as I kept playing the game speed felt more and more stimulating to me, to where it felt like too much. My brain felt overloaded. I was like, okay, this feels like too much. The creativeness of doing combos in that game was fun. I love that part. I love that. The way of being so like creative with how you want to do your combos with any fucking character in Multiversus in the beta felt amazing, and it always felt so rewarding when you do like some crazy shit. It felt real good. Now in this version of Multiversus, it's slower. It's definitely slower, right? But I feel like within the time that's passed, I feel like the game speed doesn't really feel like an issue like that no more. It's not as fast as how the beta was, but I feel like the game speed now doesn't really even feel that bad to me no more. I think the main thing that's like really lacking, I mean, they can tell them to speed up just a little bit, but I feel like the main thing that's really lacking for Multiversus right now is the creativity. The creativity with routes, with character combo routes for each character, okay? Because I can admit the combos in this version of Multiversus is very linear. It's very linear, meaning it's just B and B, right? It's mainly just B and B, right? like Jason, I main Jason. I can even admit, and sometimes B&B's work and everything like that. Sometimes B&B gonna always help you, But you think I want to hop on a game, play my main, and only want to do one setup for the entire match? That's boring. I'm gonna get bored. That's gonna be boring. Like the main B&B you got for Jason, at least like a kill B&B or a nice damage B&B, is jab, jab, side special, jab, jab, up special. Okay, jab, jab into the grab, whatever the case may be, right? Those are like pretty much the main B&Bs that you're gonna always get with Jason. Same thing with freaking who else do you got? Freaking Black Adam, you got jab, jab, up attack into down air, jab, jab, boom, shit like that. It's linear, it's kind of boring. Then you got like Morty's who just be running away all the time, which makes it so much more irritating. Like I feel like there's only a few characters in this game that can actually pull off some creativity shit. Jason is one of them, he is, but I'ma still admit to what characters that have like just basic B&Bs that's just always there that makes the game feel linear. But you got characters like Tom and Jerry that can do some shits, and they do got some linear shits too, don't get me wrong, that can be annoying, but they got some shits that they can do. You got fucking LeBron James. LeBron might actually be like the only character in this game to where you could really do some like creative shit, right? I feel like he's the only character that's where you could actually do some like creative shit. But again, I don't know. You got busted ass Iron Giant. I could go on for so long about these characters, but I'm not, because I'm not trying to make this video super duper long. So yeah, honestly though, with the battle pass, I'm not even really mad at the battle pass. I got premium shit. I'm not even the battle passes for this game actually don't really bother me. I feel like the battle pass for this game is pretty smooth, honestly. You earn a lot of Gleamium to the point to where you could like literally buy the next battle pass after the recent battle pass. It's got good skins, it got some good profile icons and stuff like that. Honestly, I feel like the battle passes in Multiversus are still doing pretty good, even like in the beta version. This version, it's still got what it's got, some nice skins, and then it's got like these prestige points, which you're gonna get into. But battle pass, I have no complaint about. So yeah, and then we got these like events, right? We got these events, which I think is pretty cool, because pretty much every week we're always having a new event to where you play online matches to do some of these like missions and stuff like that. You could get some of these skins or what currency or whatever the case may be of the event that makes the game try to have a nice point to it, to where it's like, okay, we want to keep your attention, like, hey, we got an event doing this, boom boom boom, hey, make sure you do this, you could get rewarded for this. I think that's cool. Try to keep some engagement to the game for the people in the community to keep going through. And then we got the store. The store is definitely a lot more active than the beta version of Multiversus, and it's always having deals, which I think is pretty cool. Even though it's a free-to-play game, it's always having deals to where you can buy stuff, purchase stuff. It even got these daily deals to where it resets daily, to where you will either get a fighter currency, perk currency, or Gleamium or a toast, which I think is pretty cool. And then it's got all these different purchases that you can do, specials, special shops that usually happen for some events. And then you got like this prestige store, to where if you earn stuff from the battle pass or you buy skins or whatever in this game, depending on the rarity, you'll get prestige points to where you could buy very rare skins or voice lines or whatever the case may be in the store that you can apply to your character. So I think that's also cool. I only got like two things. That would be the Joker skin, the Batman Who Laughs, and the Morty skin. So I think that's cool. The career profile in this game feels it doesn't feel as like and I won't say entertaining, as engaging. There we go, that's the right word. I feel like in the beta version, when you look through your career profile, it was a lot more engaging because of like the shits that you could see, your character ranking in general, over throughout the whole game, throughout the whole server of everybody who's playing Multiversus, your global rank, just seeing the statistics of like your character and everything like that. Boom, boom, boom. I felt like it was pretty cool. But I feel like now it's a lot more linear. The only type of way of seeing like your like ranking system for your character is through rank, which honestly I don't have a problem with, because it's rank. But you know what, I feel like we should just dive into this right now. I haven't really played too much rank, but I've played enough rank to say that you don't really rank up like that, right? I feel like ranking up takes so long. Like, usually when you play ranked, right? I feel like I know I haven't got any higher, so I mean maybe my opinion will be pretty invalid, but I feel like ranking up takes very long. Even starting off in the lowest rank. I feel like even starting off in the lowest rank, it takes a bit too long to like rank up, and it's like, yo, when the fuck am I gonna hit this, and this? Cause like when I was grinding on one stream before I went on vacation to cause rank just came out, and you know I didn't have a chance to. I was like, okay, I'm gonna try to play up until I hit silver, right? And I was like, okay, I got time, because after I hit silver, there's some other stuff I want to do. But no, it took so long. It took longer than expected for me to hit silver from bronze. And I was like, yo, if it takes this long to rank up to like the next like official like rank in the lower ranks, I'm thinking like, okay, this ranking system is gonna be and then I don't know. I feel like the system with rank, it's not, I don't know. I don't think it feels as rewarding, or it doesn't feel as engaging as I hoped it would be. And I'm not somebody that would really have expectations of something. I always keep my expectations low, but like, damn, this went lower than I even expected. So yeah, but it's just this is another issue that I had with Multiversus. Right now, I feel like they introduced a PvE mode called Rifts, you know, that we all know of, and I feel like they failed with this. I feel like Multiversus is filled with rifts, right? And I know they're always showing like, oh, we got these new rifts and stuff like that. But here's the thing. I think what really fucked up the propaganda for the rifts was the Agent Smith event. I even got a video about that. But when we finally got news about when Agent Smith was dropping this shit, it was like, okay, if you want to get Agent Smith early, like 2 weeks early, by the way, you gotta beat a certain, it was like what, 20 rifts? Correct me if I'm wrong, it was like 20 rifts, right? That's a lot of rifts. So you got to, like, so each rift has 5 difficulties. I don't even know if it's oh my god, it hasn't changed. Nothing's changed. Oh my god. So and it's still happening even in season 2. Each rift has 5 difficulties, right? Keep this in mind. You gotta beat 20 rifts to unlock Agent Smith. And with the old rifts in season 1, right? Like, some of the rifts would be unavailable. Like, take this for example, right? So the first rift, right? There's only like 4 rifts that's available. Insanity is unavailable, right? But the first 3, which are pretty easy to do, were available. Second one, first 3 available. Third one, first 3 available. Fourth one, why is this not available? What the hell? Fifth, like it gradually became harder. It gradually became harder to like do any of these rifts and everything, to the point, like, look at this. Then it got to the point to where the second and third rift for this event was too much. Like, it got to the point to where these rifts were doing too much. It felt too hard to complete these rifts, and it was annoying to the point to where like nobody wants to grind on rifts no more. They was like, you know what? I'm gonna just wait till Agent Smith actually comes out, and I'll just pay to buy them, because that's literally how it felt. The way how they did these rifts fucked up. Like, the advertisement of doing the rifts were just bad. It was just bad. It wasn't engaging. It was annoying. It wasn't fun. The way how shit worked, it took too long. It just wasn't as, the engagement of the rifts just wasn't fun. I will wholeheartedly say that in my personal opinion, the engagement of doing the rifts were not as fun as I didn't really have like no thought process to where if I had to have fun on rifts or not. I was going in just blind, just whatever the fuck happened, and I clearly think that it just wasn't engaging. It wasn't fun. I really felt like y'all fumbled with this. I think overall, what I'm trying to say is, I do enjoy Multiversus. I am enjoying Multiversus. I'm still playing it. I'm still making content of it. I'm not solely making only content of Multiversus, because there's other games that I play and everything like that. That's, also getting my attention too. But I can't say if this game doesn't make a really good really good changes soon, you know, and I know the dev team is working so hard. I'm not gonna diss none of the devs, the people who are working on the game, anything like that. I'm not gonna diss y'all saying y'all are so bad at doing what the fuck y'all do. I'm not even gonna say that, because first off, I'm not somebody who creates games. I don't develop games. I don't do that shit. All I do is play games and I express how I feel about a game. And you know what I'm doing right now is I'm just being down to the point honest about how I feel about Multiversus, how I feel about the game. I'm enjoying the game, but I can admit that this game has many flaws that is you know, having a bad perspective on the game as a whole throughout the community. Not even just like outside of people who don't really play Multiversus that be hearing shit, even within the community of Multiversus, of people who are still playing it, to the point where you might lose out on some of your best people who be making content for Multiversus. And sometimes if shit like that happens, then that's when the engagement can die off even more, to the point where nobody's gonna really talk about it, and who knows, the game might shut down again. I don't know, but I feel like with how things are going with Multiversus, it's not going well. I feel like with the promotion of skins, how they're doing all that shit with the events and stuff, I think they're doing pretty good with that. I'll admit, I think they're doing good with that. I think they're doing good with the engagement of the new characters that we've been getting and everything like that. I think they're doing very well. I think they're doing very well. Outside of gameplay, I think Multiverse is doing very well when it comes to the shit that they're adding. Besides the rifts, because I feel like the rifts are really not that engaging, in my personal opinion. Gameplay wise, I feel like it's slowly but gradually getting to the point to where it's becoming boring to becoming more boring now. Like, I wasn't really bored, but I'm starting to get a little bored, to the point to where I feel like I might get more bored, and I don't want to. And I'm mainly saying that because the game feels super linear. That's why. So I feel like, you know, I mean, you know, that's pretty much it. I just wanted to express my thoughts about how I feel about the game. If any of the devs or anybody else, if you guys watch this video all the way through, what do you guys think? I feel like I just wanted to spread my personal opinion about how I feel about this game, and with what the game is doing and how the game is going and how I wish the game can go. So yeah, overall, I am still enjoying Multiversus, but I can admit the game feels too linear gameplay wise, which I feel like is the main engagement, to the point to where if nothing of a drastic change happens, this game isn't gonna survive for very long, in my personal opinion. But I'm still gonna try to make content. I'm gonna stay strong, try to make content, and still give out the best feedback and everything that I can for the game. But other than that, that's pretty much it for the video. I just wanted to talk with y'all, and yeah, y'all enjoy.